Listen up, keep pounding nation, because some massive news just dropped from inside the Bank of America Stadium, and you're not going to believe what the front office is cooking up right now. We got reports on a huge defensive steal, and some serious talk about the future of our franchise under center that has everyone in Charlotte buzzing like crazy. You need to stay tuned for every second of this, because the landscape is changing fast. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right now to stay locked in with us. A.J. Halsey is being hailed as the absolute perfect fit for the Carolina Panthers in the middle rounds of the upcoming draft, and man, this kid from LSU is exactly what this secondary needs right now. Our front office is looking to add some real depth and reliable talent to the defensive side of the ball, and this prospect is checking every single box for Dan Morgan and the crew. You look at the way he flies around the field in the SEC, and you just know he's got that dog in him that fits the keep pounding mantra perfectly. We've been searching for that physical presence who can shore up the back end and provide some insurance for our starters, and experts are screaming that he's the missing piece. It's not just about finding bodies. It's about finding winners who can contribute from day one without breaking the bank, and he fits that mold to a T. The buzz around the Queen City is that we might have found a total diamond in the rough here, and the scouts are falling in love with his tape because he just makes plays when the lights are the brightest. We need guys who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty and help this defense reach that elite level again, and getting a playmaker like him in the mid-rounds would be an absolute masterclass in roster building. The transition from college to the pros is never easy, but when you have a guy who has played at the highest level of collegiate ball, you know the stage won't be too big for him. We are talking about a player who brings that nastiness and high football IQ that can really transform how we play coverage and help out the linebackers in the run game too. This is the kind of savvy move that championship caliber teams make to ensure they have talent stacked at every position. And honestly, I am here for it, because the secondary has been a bit of a question mark lately, and securing a talent like this would put a lot of minds at ease heading into the new season. And here's the scary part for the rest of the NFC South. We are just getting started with this defensive overhaul. Yo, if you're loving how this defense is looking for next year, smash that like button and drop a comment below, letting me know if you think we should snag Halsey in the draft. Devin Lloyd is officially locked in for the Carolina Panthers, and let me tell you, the way this front office pulled this off was nothing short of a heist, because we got him for way below market value. It's wild because the Jaguars apparently had zero interest in getting into a bidding war or starting a price war for his services, and their loss is our massive gain here in Charlotte. We managed to close a deal that is extremely advantageous for our cap space and our depth chart, which is just the kind of smart business we love to see from this new regime. This kid brings a level of intensity and playmaking ability to the linebacker room that we desperately needed, and the fact that we didn't have to overpay is just the icing on the cake. You have to wonder what they were thinking down in Jacksonville, letting a talent like this walk away without even putting up a fight. But we aren't complaining at all, because he is going to be a force in this defense. The value here is insane when you look at what other linebackers are getting paid around the league, and we just snagged a high-impact starter for pennies on the dollar compared to the projected market rate. This is how you build a sustainable winner, by finding these market inefficiencies and pouncing when other teams are being passive or making mistakes with their roster management. He's going to slot right in and give us that veteran-style presence, even though he still has so much prime football ahead of him, and the fans are already hyped to see him rocking the black and blue. This move shows that the Panthers are being aggressive but disciplined, and that is a scary combination for the rest of the league, because we are getting better without sacrificing our future financial flexibility. It makes you feel good about the direction we are headed when you see the front office winning negotiations like this, and it really sets the tone for the rest of the offseason. Now think about this. If we can keep making moves like this, the defense is going to be top 5 before we even realize it. But what the Panthers are planning to do next with the offense is where things get really interesting. Did Dan Morgan just commit a robbery? Tell me in the comments what you think about getting Lloyd on such a cheap deal. Don't forget to subscribe for more Panthers updates. Bryce Young is currently the focal point of a very complicated situation right now, because even though he has shown some major improvement lately, the word on the street is that the Panthers should absolutely not jump the gun on an early contract extension. Specialists and league insiders are advising a much more cautious approach before committing huge long-term money to our signal caller, because they want to see more consistency before making that franchise-altering financial pledge. This isn't a knock on his recent growth because we have all seen the flashes of brilliance and the way he started to command the huddle, but the NFL is a business where you have to be 100% sure before you hand out those massive guarantees. It's all about leverage and making sure we don't put the team in a hole by moving too fast, especially when we still have time to evaluate his full potential over a longer stretch of games. The sentiment is that we need to wait and see if this upward trend is a permanent shift or just a hot streak, because the stakes are just too high to gamble with the future of the organization's salary cap. Everyone wants him to be the guy for the next decade, but being smart means being patient and letting the process play out naturally, without the pressure of a massive new deal hanging over everyone's heads right now. Taking a cautious approach allows the team to continue building around him and providing more weapons and protection, which is actually better for him in the long run anyway. It's a delicate balance because you want to show your quarterback that you believe in him, but you also have to protect the interests of the entire roster and ensure we have the funds to keep key pieces together. This is the kind of move casual fans don't understand because they just want to see the star player paid, but this is how dynasties are built, by making the tough and calculated decisions at the right time. We are playing the long game here in the 704, and if he keeps playing like he has been, the money will take care of itself in due time. Looking at these moves collectively, it's clear the Carolina Panthers are finally playing chess while others are playing checkers. By identifying A.J. Halsey as a mid-round target, the front office is showing a commitment to finding value in the SEC pipeline, ensuring that the defensive secondary doesn't become a liability like it has in years past. This isn't just about a single draft pick. It's about a philosophy of building through a mix of young, hungry talent and veteran savvy. Speaking of veteran savvy, the acquisition of Devin Lloyd for essentially nothing, compared to his market value, is a massive win. When you look at how the Jaguars handled that situation, it shows that the Panthers are staying alert to every opportunity to capitalize on other teams' mistakes. Lloyd provides an immediate upgrade to the middle of the field, and his contract flexibility allows Dan Morgan to continue making aggressive moves elsewhere. However, the most telling part of the current strategy is the handling of the quarterback situation. The advice to stay patient with Bryce Young's contract extension is the smartest move this organization has made in a decade. We've seen too many teams cripple their futures by rushing into mega deals after one good stretch of play. By exercising caution, the Panthers are maintaining their leverage and forcing the young QB to prove he can sustain this improvement over the long haul. This protects the team's cap space and ensures that when they do finally pay him, it will be because he has earned every single penny by leading this team back to relevance in the NFC. The synergy between these defensive upgrades and the financial discipline on the offensive side signals a new era of stability that the Queen City has been starving for since the Cam Newton days. This is how you build a roster that doesn't just flash for one season, but stays competitive for years to come. The message inside the building is clear. We are building this thing the right way, from the ground up, and we aren't taking any shortcuts anymore. The road back to the top of the NFC South is being paved right now with these calculated decisions and high-value additions that have the entire league taking notice. From the potential steal of A.J. Halsey in the draft to the absolute highway robbery of landing Devin Lloyd from the Jaguars, the Panthers are proving that they are ready to compete at a high level. And while the talk about Bryce Young's contract might seem controversial to some, it's exactly the kind of disciplined leadership that wins championships in the modern NFL. This is not just another offseason of hope. This is a strategic takeover of the division. If you truly believe that this is the beginning of something special, and you trust the process to bring glory back to Charlotte, then make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. We are watching the next great Panthers era unfold right before our eyes, and you don't want to miss a single second of the action. Keep pounding.